Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lore Council. This is Cade, fresh out of the shower, freshly woken up, and freshly having just watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And, of course, I am joined today with Keith. How has your morning been? Are you fresh out of the shower?
No, I'm fine. What's that word? What's that word I'm looking for here? Where too much information? TMI.
TMI? It's not like I'm recording it from inside my shower.
Ooh, that would be much better.
Well, the sound acoustics. I don't know about that. I think it would echo a lot more. I don't know. Maybe it would sound better. You're supposed to sing better in the shower. But no, we won't.
Moving on.
Yeah, we won't bring any electronics in the shower. That is not recommended. But we are here to talk about episode 5 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And yeah, spoiler-free thoughts from me. Pretty big decline from last week. Last week was a big high. This week I'd say was in like the middle somewhere.
Yeah, really ramping things down.
Yeah, I don't think it was bad, but I would definitely say it's like a solid like C grade for the episode, I would say.
Yeah, when I saw that this episode was gonna be like a full hour, I was like, ooh, I was excited, but well, you see it as the episode goes on. It's lots of character drama stuff. Not really a lot of action in this episode. In fact, there's just the one action sequence at the beginning, which is pretty good, and then the rest of it's just kind of talking for the rest of the episode, which it's fine. Probably the best stuff for me in this episode was the John Walker stuff.
Yeah, that was really good stuff as well. I thought that it was a bit of a sandwich. You had good stuff at the beginning, okay stuff in the middle, and then I thought the end finished off pretty strong, so.
Though it's like a sandwich that,
It's like a plain ham and Swiss sandwich. Like, it's just okay. There's no like fancy no good like brown mustard or pickles or anything on it. Just bread, meat, cheese, bread.
Yeah, no mayo either, so it's a little dry.
Maybe like a light bit of mayo, like a tiny bit, tiny bit of mayo.
Enough.
Yeah, just enough so you're not eating like dry bread, but nothing outstanding. It's no Italian BMT from Subway. Let's put it that way.
Well said.
But yeah, starting off, we get the like immediate aftermath from the end of the last episode, where John Walker beats a person to death with the shield of Captain America in front of people, and
then he decapitated him.
You what?
No, in my headcanon, he decapitated him.
That's a little much. But
straight decapitation.
But yeah, no, I really liked this. Falcon and Bucky track him down, and yeah, they have like a little like back and forth and everything, and then I think Falcon is the one. They ask him, they're like, "Hey, give us the shield," and he's like, "Oh, that's what it's about."
Right, I mean, he didn't say like, "Give us the shield." Like, they're being
with
him and stuff. He's like, "Hey, just give us the shield." Literally, we gotta report you. Blah blah blah. And he's just like, "No."
Yeah, and then they have a pretty cool fight. I really like the choreography and stuff with it and everything. And like, I wish they would give Falcon more action scenes, because like his movements with his like wingsuit, they're really cool and like dynamic. Like the way he like flippy doos around and everything, and he can like kind of like quick changes direction and everything. I think it's pretty cool, and I wish we would get more Falcon action scenes, because he's doing cooler stuff than we ever see in the movies, like fight scene wise.
Yeah, I guess in the movies he mostly just flies around.
Yeah, he flies around, and then I think in like Infinity War he's got like guns.
Yeah, he usually always has guns. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's
bring back Falcon's his 2 submachine guns he would always carry around with him and just murk people.
Yeah, more heroes killing people. It's the 90s. We gotta be edgy. But
Let's turn this show into The Boys.
But no. So they have a pretty cool fight scene with John Walker, and they end up. He basically goes for like a kill shot on both of them, I think, where he's like got the shield above him and he's gonna like bring it down like how he murked that guy last week.
Oh yeah, no, it was on Falcon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then Bucky saved him, I think.
Yeah, Bucky comes in and like tackles him off.
Yeah.
And then I also
yeah, and freaking Walker, he clips Falcon's wings.
Oh yeah. I was gonna make the pun, but you beat me to it. Damn it. No, well he doesn't so much.
That was cool. And Bucky just gets yeeted into a freaking forklift, and his arm started bugging out. I thought that was gonna be a thing, but I guess it just reset itself.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like the part where Falcon, he's got like a grappling hook or something, or like a lasso, and he lassos John Walker and like tries to fly, but obviously, now John Walker's got he's got the super soldier serum, so he literally just plants himself vertically and like pulls Falcon out of the sky. That was pretty cool. Really, really cool choreography, but then they end up doing like a sweet. It reminded me a little bit of the final fight scene from Civil War, where it's well, obviously then it was Cap and Bucky. Now it's Falcon and Bucky, and they kind of like tag team up on John Walker and beat him down.
Yeah, I definitely got that.
Yeah, no, really cool. And then you kind of get some shots with Bucky, and it's kind of like, whoa, is he gonna take the shield?
Yeah, he puts it on, and I was like, what's going on here? But then he just throws it down to Falcon. I think he just gives him a look. I don't think he said anything.
Yeah, then he kind of just walks away, and then Falcon takes the shield and wipes the blood off the metaphorical American flag.
You title sequence.
And then title sequence, yeah. So I think it's at this point. I think, do we go to Bucky and Zemo, or?
No, they go to we cut to Mr. Walker. I think he's going to Washington.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. He's in front of like a military council, and they give him a other than honorable discharge, which I think is like the middle ground of military discharges, because there's honorable discharge, other than honorable discharge, and then dishonorable discharge. So, but
yeah, pretty much, letting him off easy just for the fact that he, as Captain America, like murdered someone in front of the whole world.
Yeah, and
they're basically only going easy on him because of his his service record.
Yeah, which obviously for him, I kind of like the way he's like he doesn't take it well, because like he's given like presumably like his like entire adult life to the military, and now he's not getting he's like kicked out of the military. He loses his rank. He won't get referred to that while he's not in the military, and he won't get any benefits. So essentially, he's like, well, he's like jobless and won't get any like benefits or anything. So
yeah, he's not getting like no payment either. That's what that means too.
Yep. Yeah, he's not getting any of like the monetary benefits, which I mean,
really sucks.
Yeah, you kind of I guess
he had like a lot coming his way too. Freaking
probably. And then so then he also is stripped of ever being Captain America again. And they're like, you're gonna have to return the shield to us. But no, this is
yeah. Well, I want to say, I like the way they did the scene, because at first he's just trying to he just wants to say his piece and tell them what happened, and they're like, oh no, we don't want to hear what you have to say, and he just completely loses it, and he's like, I've done everything you asked, you made me. It's just really good stuff.
Yeah, no, Wyatt Russell, yeah, he's I did not expect him to be such like a compelling actor.
Yeah, he's got it.
That's
what they say. He's
got chops. But yeah,
a little goofy as Cap, maybe kind of.
Well, I think
he sets it up well for where this character went.
Yeah, I think. Well, since you mentioned it, I think I noticed it. I finally noticed it today. Why he looks kind of goofy in the Captain America suit. I think it's because his jaw is so wide, it kind of protrudes weirdly from the cowl. I think that's what it is, because he's got like the crimson chin. He's got like a huge jaw, and then like when you put it on, like it kind of it only accentuates it.
Kurt Russell's son. So
yeah.
Comes from a long line of famous chins.
But no, yeah, I really like it because he's like starts like kind of like slamming the podium and stuff, and I thought like that he was gonna like break it because he's got the super soldier serum, and then they'd be like, how the fuck did you just disintegrate a podium? Because
so no one knows that he's a super soldier.
Yeah, I think the only
knows that he doesn't have the shield.
Yeah, so I think the only people that would know he's a super soldier are like Falcon, Bucky, and then presumably the Flag Smashers.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so it's like a very, very small group of people, and obviously, but yeah, and then we also get a scene with him later. I guess we can just touch on it now since we're talking about him. He goes to like I don't know if he's informing Lamar's family that Lamar is dead. Which he's like, yeah, okay, that's what I figured that, but like I wasn't sure. But no, like yeah, he's there to like console his like best friend's family.
Yeah, that was so good. That was such a good scene.
Yeah.
Like he was doing great, and Lamar's like mom.
Mm-hmm.
Just really powerful stuff,
Yeah.
Oh, and he lies, saying that the man that he killed was the one who actually did it, I guess.
Yeah, and
right.
Yeah, and I think he probably would have told that same lie. I think to like the military people, he would have been like, "Oh, I killed the person who killed my partner." Because obviously, because I don't think the government's gonna like go ask Sam and Bucky, "Oh, is this true? Did John Walker kill the person that killed Lamar Hoskins?"
I'm not really sure what Sam and Bucky's like involvement is with the government and like the powers that be at this point. It's kind of weird. It's kind of nebulous how they're like left to do their own thing.
Presumably, it's got to be friendly because Torres, Sam's like attaché, I guess, from the military. Like he's later in the episode, so like presumably they're not like on the run or anything like they were after Civil War. So.
I guess just because there's no figurehead, or they don't really have like a boss that they've shown at this point,
Yeah.
Shield is totally kaput. Sword is off doing a whole thing.
Well, they're off doing the WandaVision stuff.
Yeah. So it's like the show could have used some higher up military person.
I don't know why they wouldn't just bring back like General Ross or something.
General Ross from like Hulk. General Ross.
Well, the Civil War guy.
He was in Civil War.
Is he not like the? He's also in Infinity War, isn't he?
That guy. So that's General Ross, as in like Hulk General Ross.
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Oh shit! Well, for one thing, I think that's I don't know the guy's name, but he's a big actor. So probably couldn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely General Ross, I think. Yep. Yeah, that is General Ross. General Thaddeus Ross. I just looked it up to confirm it because I haven't seen Civil War in a hot minute. Or Infinity War either. But yeah, no, that is General Ross. So, like, why don't they just have him, like, being the person overseeing this stuff? Like, he's the Secretary of State, I'm pretty sure. I
don't know. The whole world got like thrown into disarray during the blip. Stuff happened. Everything gets brought back, and it's the same, but it's like not the same. But
yeah,
who the hell is running the show? Like
Yeah, exactly. Like it would be nice if we had like a Nick Fury, General Ross.
Somebody
who we can like kind of like help us like figure out like what like more specifics of what's going on, because like I always thought that, like, Sam and Bucky are, like, operating outside a military jurisdiction with their whole going after the Flag Smashers stuff. But it doesn't seem like they are now, but I don't know. But anyways, no. And then later, John Walker, since... What's
Are
that?
you going to bring up the Contessa?
I am, because I was going to say, since we're just on the John Walker train...
It did happen right after the military scene.
So he meets up with Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, and
Fontaine.
yeah, I'm not aware of who the character is in the comics, and they have a conversation.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure what she was saying, but she said she knows pretty much everything, and that she can be very useful to whoever she works for because he's got the super soldier serum.
Yep.
So, and she hands a card to the chick, his wife or whatever, and I guess but it doesn't have anything on it. Maybe it's probably like a tracker or something like that. There's like an invisible barcode on it, maybe.
Could be. Hopefully she'll be relevant again. Hopefully it's not just like a one-off cameo or something they save for like later movies, and they're gonna, oh my god, in 2 movies it's gonna be, oh my god, it's Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Oh my god. So I hope they like bring her back in 6 or something to like do something, because
yeah, maybe
she didn't really do a lot. But anyways, from here we get well, basically, like, all you really get here is, in the next scene with Sam, he ends up leaving his wingsuit with Torres.
Yeah.
And then he goes back to the good old US of A to visit Isaiah Bradley. And, yeah, we basically get his entire backstory, which, for some reason, we couldn't have just gotten all at once in, like, the first episode, I think.
Oh, he was angry.
Second episode? Second episode, yeah. But yeah, basically we get his whole thing of where he was imprisoned after he rescued other soldiers who had been experimented on during, presumably, the Korean War? It's the Korean War that he was in, right?
Probably.
Yeah, no, I remember, yeah. From episode 2 they explained that. But yeah. Yeah, we basically get a dialogue between Sam and Isaiah, and they kind of come to their understanding, and yeah, you get basically just Isaiah's whole thing, and how he just feels really disillusioned because he was experimented on, he was imprisoned, and it's kind of like, in a way, the whole thing about how Isaiah Bradley had everything taken from him, it's kind of similar in a way to John Walker, how he's just done what he's been told, and now he's getting, everything taken away. I guess, in a way. Like, you can kind of like draw the parallel there. How, obviously, John Walker now is going through a far less severe version of what Isaiah Bradley went through.
I mean, I guess it's similar in that he's disillusioned now, but
Oh yeah, because John Walker, he's going to be disillusioned with the government. Isaiah Bradley's disillusioned.
Basically, as soon as he messed up, they just totally just like cut him off.
Yeah. So, no, it was a interesting scene, and then from there, it's basically who wants a montage, and we get
what's next?
Yeah.
I thought there was like more.
No, not really. You get kind of like a scene where Sam is talking with like his nephews. Oh, there's also Bucky and Zemo. Duh. Bucky and Zemo. Yeah. Bucky and Zemo before the montage. Sorry. No, but I really liked it because Zemo is in Sokovia at like the memorial, obviously, because that's like his entire thing. His entire character is hating the Avengers and superhumans because of what happened in Sokovia. And Bucky finds him there, and Bucky's got a gun. And yeah, they have like the back and forth, and Zemo's like, yeah, just shoot me, like you were programmed to kill. Just do it. And Bucky levels his gun up at him and clicks the trigger, and bam, no bullets. He was holding him in his hand the whole time. He drops him, and you get like the cool shot of like him dropping him, and then the Dora Milaje end up catching their man, and they're gonna bring him back to, I think they said, the raft, which is kind of cool. That's a reference to like a superhuman prison in the comics.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I thought the rap was a reference to like some Wakanda prison, but I guess they're taking him to
Yeah, the name is
Freeman prison.
Yeah, the name is a reference to like superhuman detention prison center. So, just a cool little reference. But yeah, from there, and then the Ao, I believe her name was. She's like basically like, don't come to Wakanda for a while. That was kind of a dick move, freeing Zemo. And now, then we get the montage, the boat fixing montage. You've got to have a montage.
The part of the episode where I just checked out.
Yeah, honestly, I gotta say, same. Like, once they started doing this, like, I didn't, like... I get it, it's part of, like, his character, like, that he... And, like, his story that he wants to help his like, remaining family.
Story.
But, like, they're not doing it in, like, a fun... Like, at least, like, the bank scene from the first episode was, like, entertaining. This was literally just montage to, like... I mean, the song was kind of boppy, but, like, that's about it. But yeah, so they do that, and Bucky and Sam, they help fix the boat with a montage, and then
have a montage.
But no, so yeah, we get that, and then we get we get a nice little like training part where Sam.
Montage.
No, it's not the training montage. Well, it kind of is, but they're training and whatever, Sam and Bucky with the shield, and they basically agree to be friends and work together.
Yeah, they're like playing catch with the shield. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Obviously, Bucky's like way better at it because he's like superhuman.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we get
continuing the legacy of Falcon and Bucky's awkward
the awkward bromance.
The awkward bromance.
Has not fully bloomed into a bromance yet.
Kind of awkward.
Yeah, but yeah. So then we get the Flag Smashers stuff where they're talking about going and attacking the GRC conference because they're the only people, or because nobody cares about them, and they
show up to the place where like the refugees were or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they all got kicked out or something.
Yeah, and
she gets angry.
She does. She says, "God damn," drops a swear.
She says something on some kind of edge, like, why can't we be allowed to be citizens of the planet anymore? I'm British.
Yeah, and then so they plan to attack. Well, we also get a tiny little throwaway scene with Sharon Carter, who is freeing Batroc from prison. And Batroc, in case you have forgotten, because I did until literally before we recorded, he was the guy who hijacked the boat in Winter Soldier.
Wait, shit. I must have not been paying attention because I don't remember Sharon Carter freeing anybody from.
Yeah, she's on the phone and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be a big favor or whatever," and she's talking on the phone with Batroc and she's like, "Oh, don't forget blah blah blah" or whatever. It was literally like a throwaway scene to explain that Batroc is out of prison, as if anyone remembered who Batroc was.
But also, he's working for Sharon Carter.
He's working with Sharon Carter to kill Falcon.
What?
Yeah, he literally says that. Batroc does. He's like, because Carly Morgenthau talks to him for a second and just like blah blah blah, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not joining up with your cause. I'm just here to kill the Falcon." And then we get the training montage. What? Are you still hung up on killing Falcon?
Sorry, you cut out there for a second.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. No, I was gonna say, from there we kind of get, he talks with Carly Morgenthau, Batroc does. He says, "I'm just here to kill the Falcon," and then, because he was released from prison with help from Sharon Carter.
So he's kind of undercover.
No.
So he's like he's like secretly helping out Sharon Carter?
No, because he straight up says to Carly Morgenthau, like, I'm not here to join your cause. I'm just going to kill the Falcon.
Yeah, but he could be lying.
Why would he be lying about...
Sharon Carter's the one who got him out of prison.
Yeah, but maybe she wants Sam to be dead.
Why would she want that?
I don't know.
No, I think he's working for her or something.
I don't know about that.
He doesn't really want Falcon dead.
Well, because if he would have been undercover to, like, do what? Like, kill the Flag Smashers? He's right there. He could just, like, shoot her. We have seen that she is not bulletproof.
He's gonna do something. He's helping out. He's undercover.
Alright. I don't think so, but we'll see who's right next week. But yeah, from there we get the actual training montage. What's that?
No, but Carly does the flash mob thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they go in and hijack the GRC conference. Well, that's what they're gonna do. But it's the beginning of it is happening, and then we get the training montage where Sam is doing cool flips and stuff, which is really impressive considering he is not a superhuman. He's doing like some sick like flips and stuff, and he's like getting better at catching the shield, and he's running. He's in shape. He's fit. He's doing some Rocky workout montages. He's gonna come back
out for like a day and a half with the shield. I'm ready to beat these super soldiers.
Yeah. Next week he's gonna come back bigger and more jacked, and he's gonna throw the shield and not have a wingsuit because he gave it to his friend, his buddy to fix or something. And it also didn't have wings. So yeah, he's gonna come back, and then in the mid-credits scene, and this happened, I didn't notice this until I was looking at the damn synopsis of this episode. I didn't know there was a mid-credit scene every week leading up to this episode. I watched through the credits because I'm like, oh, they gotta have one. And now they finally have one. And as soon as the credit hits, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go hop in the shower. I don't need to watch these credits. Then nothing happens in them anyways. So I didn't watch it. And then as I'm looking up on the synopsis and everything, I find out because here in the mid-credit scene, John Walker is forging a crappy off-brand Etsy Captain America shield.
Yes, the DIY Captain.
5-minute crafts. How you can create your own Captain America shield. All you need is a grinder and a welder. And he welds his Medal of Honor to the shield because he's sentimental, I guess?
Because it's cool.
Well, it actually looks terrible, but yeah.
It's cool. It's his medals and stuff.
Yeah, but no.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure what he thinks he's gonna do with this shitty shield. Like that thing's gonna break as soon as it touches. That thing is gonna disintegrate as soon as it touches the actual shield.
Well, even if he doesn't hit the shield, like even if he's still like, because he's got the super soldier serum, so like if he swung that at someone, the thing's gonna like bend.
I mean, maybe. How is it? I don't know. How is he gonna do captain tricks with it? Because I thought only the vibranium shield could be all magic and bouncy.
I don't know. Maybe he's probably just gonna punch people with it.
Yeah, probably.
But
right.
yeah,
I think it's time we address the flag smasher problem, specifically
how boring they are.
How problem and how they try and make her like this villain who like uses the people, like she's so charismatic or whatever that people just want to help her and do stuff for her. But we have no reason to why. Like what reason is given in the show?
Well, I don't think it's that
because they're doing the right thing or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it's so much that they think she's a charismatic person. I think it's more that they just believe in her cause rather than how charismatic she is. Because
leaders like that can draw people to them they usually have some sort of magnetism, charisma.
Yeah, but I don't think the thing really has to be about her charisma as opposed to like the people believe in her cause and everything. I think that's more what it is because
why do they believe? They know she blew up like a whole building full of people.
Yeah, because it's basically it's just how like extremism happens. Is just like these people are so just disenfranchised by like their own like countries and everything, and the GRC basically ignoring them and like glossing over them that like it's the only thing that they feel that they have left. And there's going to be other displaced people who are going to feel the same way. Because the whole thing that you get from the Flag Smashers is that, because obviously, like, all these people, like, once the people came back from the blip, and Hulk brought everyone, like, back, then yeah, there are all these people that, like, oh, they lost their homes, they lost their jobs and places, presumably, and whatever, to people who were there like, that got, like, blipped away. And so, like, it's kind of like, you know, it's like their only thing left. Like, the GRC is directly just, like, glossing them over, because they're giving all the people who came back, like, oh, you get your house back, you know, you get your job back. And then they're like, okay, but we're getting the real raw end of the deal here, buddy. We were working away for 5 years and, you know, living in our houses, and then all of a sudden...
Yeah, but you're having to say all this. The show didn't really say... Like, it said it a few times, but...
Yeah, but it's pretty easy to, like, infer and just, like, get it, I guess. I don't know. For me, anyways, it was.
I feel like they never really did enough throughout the show, you know?
Well, yeah, they were pretty... Like, usually they would have just only, like, a segment or two in like, an episode. And, yeah, I think they should have gotten maybe a bit more, maybe hired someone who is a bit more interesting to watch.
And then it doesn't help that this whole episode is basically just, like, shoving, you know, the Flag Smashers into a box and keeping them there until the main characters are good and ready to deal with them.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I was going to say about this episode. Like, my biggest criticism of it is, why is Sam taking time to fix his sister's boat? And, like, the training I can get, like, that makes sense. But, like, why is he taking, like, a day or however long to fix this boat when there's, like, a group like that out there, and they know there is?
Yeah, it really de-inflates the tension.
Yeah, it was like, oh, let's give Sam this happy scene where he's like, oh, he's working with his family on the boat. Oh, now Bucky's working with the boat. Oh, why didn't you just turn that with your robot hand? Oh, 'cause I'm right-handed. It's like, yeah, you know, we didn't need that. Like, we should have had something where they were, like, planning or just talking about the Flag Smashers, because I don't think they mentioned the Flag Smashers hardly at all, even.
No, just a few times.
Yeah, like, the main characters aren't talking about the main threat that they're supposed to be fighting. So I
think Sam and Bucky talked about it during the boat montage sequence. They're like, we're just waiting around for Flag Smashers to do something.
Yeah, which that's not very proactive. Like, you know, why would you not want to have your main characters, like, oh, scouring the globe or doing anything to, like, do anything with, like, the main people? Or, like, they could have, like, had, like, I don't know, like, they could have had John Walker, like, shaken down like a Flag Smasher. Okay, granted, no, never mind, maybe not John Walker, because how the hell is he going to get anywhere? But no, it's, yeah, it's just kind of frustrating that, like, they have, like, this, like, the main, like, I guess you could say, like, antagonist, besides John Walker, of the series. And yeah, John Walker, he's gotten plenty of spotlight, and everybody hates him, and everything, and, like, yeah, so they've done a really good job building up John Walker as, like, this, you know, antagonist, I would say. But then you have the Flag Smashers, who are, like, the whole thing. Ever since the end of the first episode, they've been a thing, and kind of running parallel. They were introduced basically at the same time as New Captain America. And it's like, why is, you know, John Walker, he's been built up, like, really well. Like, nobody likes him. People in the universe don't like him. Fans don't like him. He's a douche. And then we have the Flag Smashers, who you could argue are supposed to be, like, somewhat sympathetic, but, like, that's all you get. Like, you just get, like, in the universe, like, there's small groups of people that, like, let him stay in little hideouts and stuff and, like, feed him. But that's it.
Yeah, I mean, you could compare, like, the Flag Smashers to, like, say, Thanos or Ultron, but the difference is style, charisma, presence, things like that. Like, a bunch of people in, like, street clothes and masks, not really, it doesn't do much for me.
Yeah,
I guess maybe they're trying to go for like a Winter Soldier kind of thing, where it's more of a casual kind of superhero thing, right? But it doesn't work for me.
yeah, it's not great, and it feels like, I don't know. I have a feeling that next week the Flag Smasher stuff is going to get like resolved, and it's going to feel rushed next week, because next week they're going to take down the Flag Smashers and whatever. And yeah, they might have like a cool fight scene with like, Falcon and Bucky doing.
Maybe Carly's gonna pull out like some big moral
A
dilemma
nuke.
like that.
Or
Maybe
yeah,
maybe she's gonna be like, I don't know, like Goblin at the end of Spider-Man. The woman or the little children, something like maybe. Maybe I'm giving it too much credit.
yeah. I don't know. It's just gonna feel rushed. I think no matter what they do next week, I don't know.
I could agree with that, and I'll say that stuff will be rushed, and then the main final fight will be with John Walker. It'll be the final boss.
Yeah, well, because like the way they're setting it up, like they're setting up Flag Smashers taking over this conference. Like that's going to start next week's episode, or be one of the very first things, and then they're going to resolve that. And
hopefully the whole episode will be pretty action packed, and then maybe that'll make up for some of the like the weird pacing of the season.
Yeah, and I don't know. Going into this episode, like I was like I said at the beginning, I was excited. Last week's episode was a banger. Like the first 5-10 minutes of this was really good, and then it kind of like went downhill. And like, yeah, the montage at the end and like some of the Bucky and Sam stuff towards the end of the episode kind of made up for it for me. But yeah, overall, like I said, this episode was pretty unoffensive, and it's basically serving as setup for next week's episode, and they're gonna conclude it and everything.
Hopefully next week's episode is pretty action packed. I'm thinking it's gonna be.
Yeah, I would say so too. And then I have to say, I think, and this is me making a prediction of my prediction. I've been predicting for weeks. John Walker's gonna have some kind of like redemption arc and sacrifice himself or something. No, he's just an asshole now. And no.
You're not predicting the redemption arc?
I am rescinding the redemption arc prediction.
Looks like I was right all along.
I'm finally off that trend. I thought it until this week, and I'm like, yeah, no. He's an asshole, and he's not gonna like fix himself. So.
I mean, you can relate. I mean, he's definitely
relatable. I don't really relate to John. I don't get how John Walker would be relatable though. Like
relatable in that he was like, he tried to be Captain America. He tried to do his best and everything, but it wasn't good enough. And he kind of failed to live up to the legacy of Captain America, at least in his eyes.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't find John Walker to be.
That's a lot of pressure,
I can totally relate with being under pressure, but like, I don't know. I didn't find him too relatable, probably just because he's kind of an ass. But that's just me.
Early on, he gets his douche points in.
Yeah, he's kind of a smarmy asshole. But no, do you have anything else to add to the episode?
No, I think I've said pretty much everything I wanted to say. But I would just say that this miniseries has been kind of weirdly paced. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting something better. Something more cinematic, something just bigger, grander, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something worthy of the Winter Soldier and Civil War,
Yeah, like, I was going to say that too as well. Like, it feels like it doesn't feel like a miniseries. It feels like a TV show.
Yeah, like a TV show that should have way more episodes.
Yeah, like if I didn't know that next week was the last episode of this, I would be like, okay, yeah, I can get why this episode's here. But like, since next week is the last episode, it's like, why? We've already had one filler episode, so that's already a sixth of your runtime devoted to being filler. And that what I would say would be the third episode. Why do we also need this one to be filler? And that's just kind of my thing. But yeah, I've said everything I need to say about it as well, other than with the addition that next week better be good, or my rating for this series is going to be not good.
Yeah, probably no matter what happens next week, I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll really surprise me, but I'll probably, still end up feeling kind of shortchanged with this series.
Yeah, definitely.
But other than that, yeah, what I got to say.
All right, then with that, we will see you next week for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series finale. Until then, this is Cade signing off.
We'll see you next time on the Lore Council.